And I think when Amy came out with that record, it totally brought me back. And I just listened to that record, day and night.
Oh, yeah. You and me both. I think we were in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, and I always told myself, I was like, man, to make a record like this, it was just so phenomenal and just so genuine. And it really focused on the one thing that I really wanted to, which is a voice. And I'm primarily, I play guitar. I love playing guitar.
You're an amazing guitarist. Your
me,
live raw set and just the YouTube clips. I'm like, you're a badass. I'm so sorry. I love it.
But my favorite instrument is my voice, you know?
So out of this album, what you're most proud of, you would say, is your voice. Is that right?
Absolutely. 100%. And, on this record, my producer, Hilker Kudus, who's also a dear, dear friend of mine, if not one of my best friends, she is a multi-instrumentalist and is just filled with ideas. And, of course, her vision, together with mine for this record, we just met. And, we were like, inseparable for a good 6 months of doing this record and just so inspired by each other. Typically, I go into a studio and I want to record a lot of my own parts, and I felt very, very much like I could let go of that on this record. I did play some of the guitar stuff, but most of the instruments that you hear on the record are Hill. Okay. And she's such a phenomenal, she'd be like,
girl.
Yeah, like as a producer being like, why don't you try this? I'm like, if you have the idea and you can play it, why don't you try it?
Sweet.
I'm just going to sit back and sing. And it was phenomenal. And even now, like when I'm on tour, I've decided to bring along a guitar player with me because my focus, I really, really wanted to be mainly on singing.
I see. Well, how have your fans reacted to the new you, Lucas?
Kind of, still trying to figure that one out. A lot of people really, really love the record. And
I'm one of those people.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think other people are disappointed. There are people who, unfortunately, and I always find it's the same kind of person. People who refuse to grow themselves also refuse the growth of artists. And unfortunately, those people won't grow with you because they're not growing themselves. And
that's a
and it's also a matter of taste. Sometimes people don't like soul music. To me, I don't like music by genre. I like music because it's good music.
Here.
Yeah, like Count Basie had a very amazing quote that I always love, which was, there are two types of music, good and bad. And, but some people just kind of go that way. So I've gotten some, criticism for changing the sound of the band and why am I keeping the name of the band. And I'm like, well, that's,
it's your band. You can do whatever you want.
One would figure, right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Just me.
Yeah, and I think a lot, one part of it, and it's a big piece of it, is I used to have a very, very big, lesbian, female lesbian audience.
Right.
And I think with my transition and sort of like my band suddenly not being all gay all the time, or, queer representing as they think, all of a sudden I think there's an element of some of the fans feeling alienated, which, I feel
that's interesting.
Concern in them for, because for myself as a musician and trying to stay, afloat, it is important for me to keep, my fan base. But at the same time, I don't want to alienate people by making them feel like I don't want them in my space anymore, because that's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just trying to be myself and do what I feel the most comfortable with in myself. Right. But I feel like there's a big part of my female audience that has sort of dropped off, specifically my lesbian female audience, because I feel that they don't feel represented in the band, and I feel that they had that connection to the band before. It wasn't just about the music for them. It was also this connection. So, I'm still trying to figure it all out, so this is a very new thing, and we'll see where it heads. I'm not sure where my audience is anymore, to be honest.
Well, I think one of the things that definitely helps is conversations like this one. So people can, they feel the music, but when they can hear what's on your heart, I think they can see the perspective that you're coming from, where you're coming from. And it just, some of us get, kind of intensely overexcited about things. And it just kind of gives them a little bit more peace to understand your headspace and what you're doing. I wish you success in it. You are currently on tour, and I think we missed you. Are you going to come back? Say you are. Say you're coming back.
We are, absolutely. We just did a pledge music campaign, actually. there's a bunch of dates on there that you can see, places we're going, and one big leg of it will be the West Coast of the United States.
Sweet. We're talking Los Angeles and San Francisco, and when you get here, you're coming to see me, yes, in my studio, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to do a live set in our pillow play, right?
I would love that.
Okay, that's what I wanted to... I'm putting you on the spot right now. That's awesome. Okay, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you live. I haven't seen you live yet. And I'm really excited to get up close and personal and see what this energy that I'm feeling on this phone is all about. I'm really excited for you. They can keep up with your calendar and purchase Black Tie Elevator at thecliks.com. Is that right? You have or iTunes or...
Yep.
Okay. The Cliks, that's CLIKS.com. Satin Lounge. Get the album. It's wonderful. Is there anything else you would like to share with your friends, your supporters, your fans, people who just unconditionally love Lucas?
Oh, that's sweet. I think you pretty much covered it. I think the only thing, if I had to say anything, would be to fans that I've had before, to just keep an open mind and remember that, as artists, our, goal is to actually evolve and change, and hopefully people can evolve and change with us.
Hopefully they can. Lucas, It's been honestly my absolute pleasure meeting you or talking to you, vibing with you, lounging with you, learning more about your journey and your passion. It's a very interesting and intriguing story. Thank you for coming and creating love with me tonight. Please know you're welcome to come back. I'm going to expect you to come through these doors when you do your West Coast tour.
Thank you.
Much success to Black Tie Elevator. Your journey is absolutely inspirational, and as your journey as a human being, period. Okay?
Thank you.
God bless you, young man.
Thank you so much.
Let's play one of my favorite songs off of the Black Tie Elevator in its entirety, Satin Lounge, before they kill me. Satin Lounge, you can also check out the video, as I mentioned before, at thesatinlounge.com. Leave a comment for Lucas. This is Savannah by the Cliks. You're inside the Satin Lounge with Kira Day. Lucas, can you tell them to breathe it in?
Breathe it in.
Yes, sir.
Stone cold.